Hey guys, what's up? It's Cyphlin here, and welcome back to another episode of my How to Play guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at Volt. We got two builds for him. We've got a speed build, and we got his discharge build. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how to mod for it, because there's many different ways that you can mod for it. Like, it's all personal preference whenever it comes to this build. So we're going to take a look at the speed build first. Now, speed does what, you think it would do. It basically speeds up everything that you do, from your sprint speed, your reload speed, your melee speed, etc. So you see how fast we actually start meleeing now. It's pretty insane whenever you're using something like the War with Cleaving Whirlwind, just the Orphos quick meleeing, things like that. Very cool whenever using Blood Rush body count combo. It's insane, and it increases melee DPS a lot. It also increases the DPS of things like the Sancti Tigris, the Taunt Core, because it increases, your reload speed. Decreases your reload speed, should I say. It makes you reload a lot faster based on the amount of power strength you have equipped. So, the more power strength you have on, the faster you're going to go. Not too sure if there's a cap on it. Let's actually do some hashtag experiments right here. So, if we take off all the, power strength mods we have on, and we throw on like literally every power strength mod. So we have Blind Rage, that puts it up to, let's see, we get a, where is it at? We get a speed multiplier of 1.35 reload speed. If we go ahead and we throw on that intensify, where intensify at, there we go. Throw that on. Let's see, abilities. We go up to a 2.14. That's not a big change, really. Let's go ahead and throw on that transient fortitude, if I can, hover over the V. So this is like some actual science right here, guys. Okay, this is how we all do our testing. So we go up to 2.42, and then the last mod we can throw on is actually Power Drift. So let's go ahead and throw on Power Drift. So let's see. And then we go to abilities, and we go up to 2.49. So basically what I would do with this build, guys, is I would just have on a free from the top Blind Rage. So this is how I would do it. Free from the top Blind Rage, and then I would focus pretty much everything else into Power Duration. So you have your Now Reminded, you have your Prime Continuity, you can throw on Constitution, let's say, for example, in this V polarity, and then you can mod for your efficiency, obviously, because you're going to need that. So put Streamline on here, for example, then put a Fleeing Expertise on there. Probably have to max out Fleeing Expertise, so you get more of that efficiency. You can spam it a little bit more, maybe throw that up there, and then put Prime Flow on there once you throw on your Aura mod, so your Energy Siphon. Let's throw on our Prime Flow, and then you can throw in one last mod. So this will be something like, I don't know, Stretch or something, so you can give it the buff to your teammates if you like. You can really do anything here with this last slot. Maybe an augment if you have any. I would personally go for something like Endurance Drift, or if I were the Forma again, I would throw on the Rush mod. I haven't actually got any, defensive mods on here, because if you're going to be using this, I would use it for speedrunning. So basically, I just, pop it and then just speedrun through the mission and stuff. It doesn't increase your speed by, a crazy amount, but it makes you a lot faster, obviously, because you're, increasing your speed by 2. So that's just like a makeshift build I would use for it. You could obviously swap out the Blind Rage for something like Transient Fortitude if you don't want to, not have the efficiency, I guess. But you can recast speed to sort of refresh the timer you have on. So we have a 22-second duration with the build that we're currently running. So it's definitely very variable. So just mod for a decent amount of power strength, for whatever amount of power strength you like to have on, and then, go from there. So usually people would combine like 2 power strength mods together, like Blind Rage and Intensify, Transmute Fortitude and Intensify, but it's all down to you. So it's a 22-second duration, you can recast it, and it's pretty nice. This is how I would run it, and that's basically that. But the second build is the more interesting build, at least in my opinion. This is the Discharge build. Now, if you guys are unaware, basically, Discharge got changed, so it's now more of a crowd control ability than a damage dealing ability. So what you want to have on this build is you want to have max duration and max range. So your Stretch and Overextended are going to be mods that you definitely have on. So this is the 2 mods you want to have on. And then you have Cunning Drift as well to top up that range, and that's basically going to cover like entire rooms. You don't want to have any strength at all, and then you just want to mod the rest into your efficiency and your duration. So what I would do is I would throw on a 1 from the top Fleeing Expertise, and then throw on a Streamline if I can find that mod. There it is, 1 from the top Streamline, and then that gives you your basic max efficiency, so you can spam the ability over and over again. And then the rest I would throw into your defensive mods. And then we go in for our duration. Here we go. And then let's go for, where is it at? Where is Constitution? And then the last V, you can basically throw on whatever the heck you want to throw on there. People would throw on maybe a little bit of higher strength to do a little bit of damage, maybe intensify, the actual maxed up one. So then you deal a little bit more damage with your abilities and also get a little bit more speed from your speed ability, obviously. Or you could throw on something like, I don't know, firework or something to speed yourself up, speed drift, things like that, transient fortitude, whatever. But this is basically your crowd control build. And basically what this is going to do is you're going to be able to put people in an endless crowd control loop, much like Banshee's Silence. Let's spawn in 20 level 125 butchers here, and I'll show you the crowd control effect. So let's go ahead, simulate them, get our energy. So no prime flow on this build either, just because I like having the effects to be more sort of apparent, and then they can basically stay there for like 15 seconds, 12 seconds, whatever. They stay stunned. For some reason, these guys aren't actually staying stunned. I have no idea. That must be a bug. But you see how it's conducting from one enemy to the other. That's how these guys should be right now. Not too sure why they're not staying CC'd. They should be staying CC'd based on the amount of duration you have, like so. But you guys can kind of see how it works. Maybe there's a limit to how much they can, crowd control. Maybe. Let's try and find out. Ability radius 10, damage, effect duration, health, power duration. So it should just be like stunning everybody. Let's try a different type of enemy. I have no idea why that isn't just working. Let's try elite lancers. Spawn in 20 of them. Hit OK, simulate. Stand. Oh, I'm probably gonna die here. Uh-oh. Okay, so they should stay stunned. Yes, you see the way that they're all staying stunned. I have no idea why it wasn't working versus the butchers. But yeah, they all just stay stunned for the amount of duration you have on. He's a very good frame now for crowd control. They basically took off the CC potential off Mirage with her blind ability. And there's the derp per video. They basically took off the crowd control of Mirage's blind ability, made that line of sight. But they gave it the Volt. So it goes through walls and it conducts to every enemy in a radius. So you can literally have infinite range on it because it's going to keep conducting from enemy to enemy. And yeah, basically just be insane crowd control, especially versus the armored targets like the Grenier, because you can keep them in an endless crowd control loop just by pressing 4 over and over and over again. Probably having something like Zeneric to keep your energy up is a good idea, but because the ability costs so little, I don't really see the point in having a prime flow. And obviously you can fit a prime flow somewhere in that build, you can take off Constitution or something and throw prime flow in that spot, but it's really down to what you want, and this is how I would run it personally, because I'm always going to have Zeneric to give me that 4 energy per second. So that is pretty much going to be it for the How to Play Vault. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below, and you want to see more Warframe videos from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.